In one of your interviews, you basically said that you try to wake up each morning and tell yourself that you're currently living your dream, right? And that you've been for 15, 16 years now, and you pay your bills entirely by doing music. And you say you approach things through like a gratitude kind of perspective, and you don't take things for granted. I think this is a testament that being an independent artist, you can make a decent amount of money if you do it right. That replaces a 9 to 5. You may not be super rich like the image that has been sold throughout the years of rappers on major labels, that are millionaires and living in mansions, but you're not poor, not necessarily doing bad either. So it's like, say you can make like 100K doing what you're doing, right? Or you could be working a 9 to 5, making 100K doing something that you don't like doing. I think that rappers like you that are making it in a lane like this, doing it independent, it's a great testament to success is subjective, right? Because people think if your name isn't the biggest on the radio or social media, that you're a failure as an artist, but that's not necessarily true.
Not at all. And that's what I've dedicated a lot of time and, the videos that I make for Instagram to try to basically clue people in on that is that, you can exist completely outside of the mainstream and even the popular underground, you can exist outside of that if you just have that core dedicated group of people that rock with you. I tell people all the time, like, if you can sell 250 CDs of a release and 50 t-shirts and, this many sticker packs, like, that's a pretty nice bag. And, in my case, like, it's the sum of the parts. Like, I might make more money 1 month doing features. And then say in August, I don't do any features, but I sold the beat that month. Or, obviously with the studio and the mixing and the mastering and stuff like that, that's a regular thing. But, having multiple irons in the fire, and also too, like, if people knew, like, there's a lot of artists, that are full-time popular artists who have other trades, like they direct videos or they are graphic designers or, they do other gigs in the music, or they work at a record label, or, they do other gigs in the music industry outside of their art. And so that's what I mean. So success is subjective. Like, I wake up in the morning working for myself. I work with my hip hop heroes and I get to count them as friends and colleagues. I get more comments and messages and DMs than I can reply to in a day. I try my best, but I never get back to everybody. And it's consistent. I can't look back at any part of my career and say, well, last year was better than this year. So, it really is about just finding that comfortable niche of the people that do actually rock with you and just focus on them. Now, obviously, as time goes on, myself and others, like, we're trying to grow that number. We're working hard to make that number larger. But for the best years of my life, I woke up in the morning and done what I want to do, essentially. Like, I do have to do all kinds of things I don't want to do. Like, that's part of being a small business owner.
But it's kind of like, you do what you don't want to do in order to do what you want to do, right? Pretty much.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like, you sacrifice on that end to have freedom elsewhere. So yeah, I mean, that's, to me, again, like I said, I keep trying to grow it each year, but it's so funny too, because like, it's really funny because going back to the troll thing, and I'm a magnet for trolls, is that, like, as more people find out that I exist, because they've never heard of me, I get a lot of people in my comments that'll be like, give it up, you're never going to make it. And I'm sitting here like, I live in a fairly nice apartment in Brooklyn in a, clean, safe neighborhood. I paid the light bill with, money from what I do musically. Like I've done this. I just don't know what part of making it hasn't happened yet. You know what I mean? Like obviously you always want to be more known and appreciated, but I'm just like, I kind of already made it, sir. But yeah, success is always in your own optics. It's your definition of like, as long as you're able to, pay your bills and to be happy and fulfilled doing what you're doing, then that is success. But yeah, it's all in your own lens.